Hi, I'm Nathan Graham, here with Nick Cricker, who is playing Durdles in the Mystery of Edwin Drood. Nick, how are you today?
I'm great. So good to be here. Really quite an honor.
So Nick, tell us a little bit about where you're from and how you managed to be in this spectacular production.
Well, I've come a long way since my upbringing on the streets of England. I was raised in Derbyshire to two loving parents, but tragically they died in an accident. But I've come a long way from my upbringing on the streets. I was always determined to be an actor. I always had a love for comedy, and I joined the circus, and I rose my way to the top. And then finally I stumbled upon Mr. Bill Cartwright. He gave me a chance in the Music Hall Royale, and I worked my way up to the top of that organization as well. And here I am today, playing Durdles in the Mystery of Edwin Drood.
Now, your character is quite the drunk, I hear. So how do you balance that, your acting life, your quite sober life, I presume, to the drunken stupor that is in the Mystery of Edwin Drood?
Well, I think Durdles is a great character fit for me, not just because he's so frequently drunk, but I really identify with the character. But you know, I try to find as much to relate to in the character as I possibly can. And I'm sorry, I forgot the question.
So what's your relationship with the other actors on stage? You have Clive Paget, you have Deirdre Peregrine. I mean, what's it like working with these high-end actors? Well,
I'm very isolated throughout the show, and I don't often interact with other characters, but I do have a couple key scenes with Mr. Clive Paget and Mr. Bill Cartwright, the chairman, and they're such great talents. I really try to learn as much as I can from them in those scenes that I'll have.
Well, Nick, you always are able to make the audience laugh. Now into something that isn't quite such a laughing matter. The murder of Edwin Drood is a mystery. No one knows who did it, and I know that you have been accused. What do you have to say to that, and why should people choose you as the murderer?
Well, listen, Nate, I'm not gonna lie to you and say I have this grand picture of Mr. Dickens writing this novel and saying Durdles is the murderer, he's who I always intended for it to be, and then he keeled over before he could put it in writing. But that being said, I really think that Durdles is an excellent option for the murderer. It was a very dark show, but I think Durdles can provide some really necessary comic relief. His confession is hilarious, and he's gonna have the audience really enjoying themselves. So I'll just urge everyone to vote for Durdles if they're given the opportunity.
Well, Nick, it was a pleasure having you on. I can't wait to see you in the Mystery of Edwin Drood. Thanks again for being on the show.
Pleasure to meet you always.
Your breath smells like vomit. Thank you for watching.
What's a king without a crown? Take away his throne and gown. He could be the rabble or the Russian Tsar. Judge each creature of a race by each feature in his face. Just look at him, I rest my case, well there you are. There you are! And it matters not to me what part of town you come from. We but cheer you made it here at all.